happened this week. Again, a lot of things happen, but there's not a lot of completion, so it's always hard to show. I mean, we can show progress, but it's always strange that it's not like a whole bunch of finished products, you know. So, but that's all going to change in the future, especially with some things that we have in the coming along, where we're going to be doing an online merchandising store and all that stuff for orders, mail-in orders or mail-out orders. We got this last week. We had it painted, but then it wasn't glued up yet. Woo! And there it goes. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. Woo! And there it goes. Oh my goodness, that's too funny. So anyway, so this is the getting further along on the Grace toy chest project, and this is going to hang on the front of the toy chest. And we have had a time with that ribbon, since we don't know how much we're going to need of the ribbon once we get it on the toy chest. We've been leaving it attached to the spool, and the spool has literally undone itself like that so many times it's not even funny. So I finally finished the Live a Quiet Life and Work with Your Hands. However, I didn't care for the gold. I think I said that in the last video. So studio assistant, who has a new acronym for his title and everything, is doing a trellis pattern for the outside for this frame, so that just this gold will peek through a little bit. And then I'm hoping to do it, actually, Chris, we're going to do it 6mm, and then that way it'll go a little bit higher, and then I'll be able to sand round it. I'm going to sand the trellis in a rounded fashion, so it looks more like it's made out of twigs or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. So I don't know how much Studio Assistant wants me to talk about. I think this is an amazing project, though. We're just going to scan it really quick, just so you can see what he's been working on. He's doing a bigger wall one. Here's the number of the football player. It's going to have the school logo on there, sports logo, and then the name of the school. And then here's the smaller version that's been painted. And yeah, so it's also going to have like a stand. These aren't glued yet, right? So yeah, you don't want to glue them until you paint it. But the stand, that way it'll be freestanding on a shelf or anything like that. All right, so let's continue on. So these were working on the toy chest, also painted the background for the letters. The letters were got painted, and as you can see, we have it engraved or etched so that we can know where to place the letters. So if any of you do a workshop here or get custom work done that you work on, we always make it super easy like that. So even though you're painting the letter separately, it's etched on here so you know where to glue it down once you're done with the painting. Show that again. Yeah, so here's the letter, and then the etching or engraving. It's called engraving. The scoring, yeah, scoring onto the surface that you're going to be placing it on. And what's good with that is that you're not limited to always doing scripts or script fonts for your lettering, because the thing about script is that it's all together, which is wonderful. But we also have learned how to take any word and make it thicker, any font, any word, that make it thicker so that they actually start to touch, and then that way when you cut them out, they're all one piece, and like the oops right here, so that you don't have to this is all one piece, so that you don't have to sit there and individually glue on each letter. Another project that was worked on this week was obviously the first coat of the toy chest. This color is called White Swan. It's a DIY paint. Let me show you. It's a DIY paint. Debbie's Design Diary, and it's White Swan. Got a drip on there, but yeah, so it's called White Swan, which I love it because it's white, but it's not in your face white. It's kind of a little bit of a soft, like almost like a vintage kind of feel to it, which I think would be perfect with Grace and her sweetness. So yeah, so first coat has been put on here. It'll have a second coat. I was contemplating whether to use a roller. Um, Not the best to do with furniture pieces. However, it would be a lot faster. And then for the bottom, um, to do it with a roller because it's pegboard would be a lot better because of all the holes. You don't, if you do a brush, all your paint goes in the hole. All right. So then we also had the commission for the birdhouses. The person came in again this week, and we got a bunch of the grass done, and the mushroom. Uh, and so if you see these two holes here, we drilled them so that the lights, because we're going to put lights behind here, like it's going to go like this, and then the lights are going to come in through here. They're going to be tacked down like that, and then they go back out through here, and then the rest of the lighting will be done. And then we have their little cute little up house. There's a lot of, like I said before on another wrap up video, art is so much about problem solving. And so we had done glued these on. Well, we have these on with metal, these metal, I don't know, pins, I guess. But I had stuck on a whole bunch of balloons because it's the up house that you want to have a whole bunch of balloons to make it look like it's taking the house away. I had done it with a hot glue gun. Doesn't work because these are silicone, so they just the glue just stays on the surface. It pops off. I tried E6000. E6000 doesn't work either. So Studio Assistant came up with the idea with a nail gun. Yeah, used with a nail gun, and it works great. So we're going to be doing that in a while, in a little bit. So, all right. So the next thing. Oh, I said the feet too. These are the feet for the toy chest. These got painted purple. So that'll be cute, like a little pop of color at the bottom. This is at the top of on the lid, and this is at the bottom. So that'll be a way to pull all the colors together. And this ribbon, I actually feels like it's pretty close to this color as well. So it's all gonna coordinate. All right. So we're going to continue in here. Got a chance to work a little bit in here. A passion project of mine that is just for me and for decor for the studio. It's not anything that's a commission or anything like that, but it's just a passion project for me. Is this cloche that I got on Facebook Marketplace. Love it, love it, love it. And then I had these flower faces that I had sculpted about a year ago, and I needed a way to here's the other one. I needed a way to display them. I got the idea for the cloche, and then I looked on Facebook Marketplace. Boom, it popped up. I got it, and then I was thinking it's Alice in Wonderland, which is Alice in Wonderland is what inspired this doing the flower faces, and that's what these signs too are Alice in Wonderland inspired. I kind of wanted it for the supply room because it's almost one of those things where it's like your imagination can go free or run free. And so I love Mackenzie Childs, and this little pot that I painted today is a Mackenzie Childs inspired pot. And this is going to be filled with a cement mixture. And then the stems for the flowers are going to be sticking out of here. And then they're going to go on here, and then the flowers will be attached to the stems, and then the cloche will go on top. So obviously this isn't done yet, but that's in the process of being done. So this is how it looks when it's not painted yet. So I've sculpted it, and it's been baked. So this is made out of polymer clay, and so this is not going to go in this grouping. There's not enough room, I don't think. But so this is going to go on the trellis wall that I'm going to show you. So here's this trellis wall actually is supposed to have fairy lights in it, and that hasn't happened yet. But these flower faces are going to go in, you know, like glued on here, just like the flowers are. These are all flowers that have been falling off the trellis already, and so they're going to get hot glued on. I think that might be the answer to that problem. And studio assistant disagrees. So here are two more flowers that I sculpted out of polymer clay. They can't fit in the cloche either, so I'm going to be sticking them on the trellis arch. And then these are dragonfly earrings, but and this is something that I want to say, we are new at this. It's not an experiment, but it's because it's not super experimental. It's like we're just doing things. So sometimes we don't know whether something's going to work or not. But we stand behind our work, and if anything breaks that you've bought from us, you can always come back and say, hey, this broke. We'll make you a new one, or we'll actually replace it somehow with a very, very similar product. The reason is that some things you don't have experience with, like we don't have experience with. What's the thickness of wood that is the most durable? And so we started out with doing things with 3mm wood, 1/8 of an inch, and that is not the most durable. We found that 6mm wood is more durable. And we found that out like with the earrings. We were doing earrings. We're trying to do them as lightweight as possible. And the Jim Thorpe earrings, with doing it with, we actually did it with 1.5mm, which is way too thin. And it was even like when I varnished it, it was actually warping. That's how thin it was, and that's not good. Anyway, so someone that had commissioned us, and I know that I had done this in the wrap-up video before, commissioned us for keychains for Father's Day of Jim Thorpe and the original with the Carlisle, the C. When they commissioned us to do it, we knew at that point, can't use 3mm and definitely not 1.5, so we're going to go to 6mm. They haven't come back yet to say anything about them breaking or anything, so we're like, yay, so far so good, right? So all that to say, the dragonfly earrings that someone had purchased from us broke. And, you know, they were wearing them every day, which that's a compliment because they loved them so much. And they are gorgeous. I love them. So here is the difference. Let me, going to take, these are the originals right here. Okay, that's an original. And you can see we put the ring very much right on the tip of the wing. And that person's earrings broke. So what Studio Assistant did, he brought it in further so there was more of an overlap, and that makes the earrings stronger. I mean, you don't have to have super, super strong earrings, but if they broke, and she was wearing them every day, so that's what they look like. She was wearing them every day, and that's probably led to, you know, the breakage, you know, because there's more chances of it breaking. So so that's when I took her old ones that had broken. I broke off the ring and I put them on those flowers. And so I thought, well, we'll reuse it. And one little final thing. This was something that I picked up at Michael's. I just thought it was really cute. You can actually program it. It's on for 6 hours and off for 18. And so I just thought it was a neat addition to bringing a pop of color to the, well, not that this needed color, but it's I don't know, and it's a reminder to create, to get out there and do something, make something, beautiful for yourself or for as a gift or just for the enjoyment of doing it. And I was actually reminded today, uh, again, that whole temptation of go, 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 make, do, and it's not about that. It's about just slowing down, like making this little pot or painting this little pot was such a joy today because it was just playing for me. It was just playing around. It's not going to be anything that's going to be for sale or anything like that, but it was just fun to do that and and enjoyable. So this is Maggie, the Artsy Artisan, thanking you for joining and watching this video. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. See you in the next video.